welcome back to Manners Matter. It has just finished off spring break for us, and we're back in the game. Here with us is a special guest. I'll let her introduce herself first in this intro.
Hi, I'm Ariana.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Antonio.
And today we are discussing a thing that we're going back to discussing things that relate to manners. They make manners, they complicate things a bit. So, without further ado, the Slumber games are on. Antonio, do you have any personal stories about not getting enough sleep and that affecting your manners towards people? Ariana?
Definitely. I have one. Definitely. So, during spring break, actually, I didn't get I got like 4 hours of sleep one day, and it just wrecked my day. I was just rude. I didn't unconsciously as being rude and stuff like that. Just because sleep is very important to keep a balanced mood and stuff like that. So, not having enough sleep and can really affect how you interact with other people.
Definitely. Because it affects the way that you think.
Exactly.
Ariana, you got anything?
Yeah, actually this morning, I didn't get much sleep and I had to wake up super early for an extra thing I had to do before class, and I was super rude towards my grandma when she was asking me how I was doing.
Ooh. Well, I have experiences like this almost every week. Because I'll be staying up trying to get all my schoolwork done, and then come morning, I won't be able to think straight. I'll be angry, I'll be just hungry, and I will destroy anything in my path to get to what I need to do. And a lot of the time that comes off as me just being rude to people, which it is. Like, if my little brother came up to me and I had just woken up after 3 hours of sleep, and he asked me if I wanted some mac and cheese for breakfast, I would probably snap. And I think all of us would.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And just that little, little amounts of sleep might not affect you in the short term, but definitely in the long run, you're going to start seeing effects of not getting enough sleep, whether it be academics or your social life. You're going to start seeing those effects long term if you don't get enough sleep. So make sure you get a lot of sleep. Not a lot, but enough sleep that you can function the best you can.
Absolutely. I think that affects everybody. Sleep is a crucial factor in the way that we treat other people, and we got to make sure that we're keeping our sleep rates up. Otherwise, we're going to be very irritable and not treat people as well as we can.
Exactly.
And with that, I think we're moving into our lesson portion. So to start that off, I think that Ariana should try to explain how sleep affects us, how it keeps us from thinking straight, and how it keeps us from treating people nicely. Want to take that away, Ariana?
Yeah, sure. Sleep is important towards having good manners, because if you don't have enough sleep, like all our stories that were shared, you tend to be really rude, because sleep helps you basically calm down your brain. And yeah.
Exactly. So like a computer. So if you just keep on going on that computer nonstop, working,
It's gonna overheat.
yeah, and don't give it enough time to cool down, redo itself, it's gonna overheat. It's gonna fry the circuits.
But we don't
And
have an
that's
AC unit.
yeah,
So
and
we
that's kind of
hard
kinda what-
reboot at night.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the computer's kind of like your brain and your body. You can't just go constantly without having that sleep time and hard rebooting.
Absolutely. And I think that if everybody tried to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night for a week, viewers, you can do this at home as an experiment. I think everyone will notice that they're treating people a lot better than they normally do or can, because everybody's got a battery. My mother used to explain it to me like this. Everybody's got a battery. And when you're out of juice in that battery, you are just in a very irritable mood and you do not want to talk to anybody and you're just mad at everything.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how to put this. So, like, what Matthew said about the battery, you can't use an uncharged battery in a toy because it's just not going to work. But if you recharge that battery, it'll start working again. So, like, same thing with sleep. That battery could be your brain. It's empty. You're done. Getting that sleep or recharging it, and then just putting it back into a toy or something that's gonna reboot. It's gonna make the toy work. So having enough sleep and making sure your brain's pretty charged is gonna help make your body function properly. Make sure you're making the best choices that you can possibly, and stuff like that.
Got anything to add, Adiana?
Not really.
Okay, then. If nobody else has anything to add, I think we're free to move on to the outro. We have completed our CMPS interview as of this Wednesday and are awaiting results.
We will get our results on Sunday, and
we'll tell you about them next time.
Even if we don't make it to internationals, we will still continue this. So don't get all worried if we don't make it.
As always, remember, manners matter. We're getting closer. By the end of this season, we will have it in sync. I just know it.